Magandang araw mga bata! Ako si Ma'am Regine, ang teacher mo sa math. Sa video na ito ay ating bibigyang kasagutan ang katanungan ng ating mga grade 7 na mag-aaral. Paano ko nga bang sasagutan ang mga learning tasks sa module? Itong video na ito ay patungkol sa week 1 and 2 mula sa ating 4A Cube MELC-based module for grade 7 Mathematics under quarter 2, lesson 1 to 2. Meron na rin tayong videos na ginawa discussing measuring quantities. Nahati ito sa dalawa dahil may kahabaan ang ating lesson for measuring quantities and it is further subdivided into quantities. Week 1 to 2 of the module is all about measuring quantities. Meron tayong tatlong learning task na kailangang i-accomplish para dito. Ang learning task 1 ay makikita natin sa D part or discussion. Ito ay makikita sa page 6. Learning task 2 naman ay nasa E part or evaluation. Ito ay nasa page 14 to 15. At ang learning task 3 naman ay nasa A part or assessment na makikita natin sa page 15. This is the part 2 for our video para sa week 1 to 2 measuring quantities. And this video is focusing on learning task 2. Ito naman ang ating learning task 2. Ito ang makikita natin for learning task 2. Ito ay nahahati into 3. Meron tayong activity A, activity B, and activity C. For learning task 2, ito ay nanghihingi ng sagot sa tanong na how. You will be asked to show your solution. Mag-focus tayo sa activity A, convert to the indicated unit of measure. Meron tayong 10. Itong mga units na nasa kaliwa ay i-convert natin into the units dito sa kanan. And ibibigay natin yung mga value nila dito sa mga patlang. When you are converting one unit to another, it's very important that first, you must identify its quantity. Siya ba ay under ng length, mass, time, volume, temperature ba, angle, or rate? Once you know the quantity, identify kung anong system of measurement ba siya under. Siya ba ay under ng English system or metric system? Identify natin kung ano nga ba yung ating gagawin na proseso. Is it English to English conversion, metric to metric, or English to metric, or vice versa? Once we're good getting its system of measurement at kung anong proseso yung ating gagawin, we can now get its conversion factor and proceed with the process of conversion. Review lamang, ito yung ating mga quantities na sinusukat. We have 2 units of measure, metric or English ba siya. These are a few of the units that we will be using. Una natin gagawin ay, alamin muna natin, identify natin kung anong quantity yung sinusukat nitong mga units of measure na ito. Number 1, ito ay under ng length. Number 2, length din. Number 3 is for volume. 4 is for volume. Number 5 is volume as well. Number 6, we are measuring time. Ganun din sa 7. For number 8, we are measuring temperature and number 9 as well. Number 10, ang sinusukat naman dito ay mass. Once we're done identifying the quantities, pwede na natin silang identify one by one kung anong system of measurement sila under. Number 1, ang millimeter is under ng metric system. Ganun din ang meter. For number 2, ang kilometer ay under din ng metric system. Ganun rin ang decameter. For number 3, ito ay volume. For number 3, ang quantity na ay volume. cc is the shortcut for cubic centimeter. This is under metric system. ml ay under din ng metric system. For number 4, tablespoon is under English system. At ang ml ay metric. Number 5, ang liters ay under ng metric system. At ang gallons ay under ng English. For number 6, seconds and days are both under metric and English. Ganun din ang score and months. Dahil for time, metric and English system use both of the units. For number 8, ang Kelvin ay under ng metric. Ganun din ang Celsius. Number 9, ang Fahrenheit ay under ng English system at ang Celsius ay for metric. For number 10, ang milligram at kilogram ay both under metric system of measurement. Once identified na natin yung quantity and system of measurement nung ating i-convert, pwede na natin kunin yung tamang conversion factor for us to proceed with the process of conversion. Panoorin natin ang video na ito for metric to metric conversion. Conversion of metric to metric system of measurement. Word problem. Convert 3 meters to first centimeter and then kilometer. Ito yung ating conversion factor for length under metric system. Paano nga ba natin binabasa itong conversion factor na ito? Itong M ay symbol natin for meter, cm for centimeter, and km for kilometer. Ito yung mga symbol. Kung mapapansin natin, itong K is for kilo. Since meter is the basic unit of measurement for length under metric system, dadagdagan natin siya ng M. Kaya magiging kilometer. Ito namang centimeter, letter C ang kanyang symbol. Dadagdagan natin ng meter, which is M, kaya cm, centimeter. Ito ay mga prefix lamang, yung mga nasa unahan. Paano natin binabasa itong conversion factor? Ito yung mga equivalent in meter, since meter yung ating basic unit. 1 terameter is equal to this in meters. So, for example, itong kilometer, for every 1 kilometer, meron siyang katumbas na 1,000 meters. Sa centimeter naman, kung mapapansin natin, iba na siya. 1 over 100 na. Ibig sabihin, for every 1 meter, meron siyang katumbas na 100 centimeter. Dahil itong decimeter, deci hanggang nano, ito ay mga units na mas maliit na kaysa sa meter. From deca to tera, ito naman ay mga units na mas malaki kaysa sa meter. Ibig sabihin, for decameter, for every 1 decameter, may katumbas na 10 meters. Pero for decimeter, since mababa na siya kaysa sa meter, for every 1 meter, meron siyang katumbas na 10 decimeter. Ganun natin kung paano binabasa. This time, ang kailangan muna natin ay meter to centimeter. Kaya ang gagamitin natin conversion factor ay ito. For every 1 meter, meron siyang katumbas na 100 centimeter. Sulat natin yung ating given. 3 meters multiplied to the conversion factor. For every 1 meter, may katumbas ito na 100 centimeter. 3 meters times 100 centimeters divided by 1 meter. Cancel natin yung parehong units para matira ay centimeter na lang. Ang magiging sagot natin ay 300 centimeter. Because 3 times 100 is equal to 300. Then, gamitin natin yung natirang unit, which is centimeter. Isang technique mga bata para hindi tayo mahirapang mag-multiply at hindi na natin kailangan gumamit pa ng calculator kung tayo ay nasa metric system of measurement. Since ito ay gumagamit ng power of tens, ang gagawin natin ay, pag mag-multiply tayo, kung ilang zero yung nandito, dapat meron din yung ating sagot. Say, for example, 100. Kaya yung 3 meters, sulat mo yung 3, dagdagan mo ng dalawang zero kasi dalawa yung zero sa centimeter. Say, for example, 3 times 10. Ang gagawin mo ay, kopyahin mo yung 3, at since isa lang yung 0 sa 10, lagay mo isang 0. Say, for example naman, 1,000 ito, tatlo yung 0, kopyahin mo yung 3, tapos kopyahin mo yung tatlong 0, 3,000. Dahil kung ilan yung 0 nito, dapat ganun din yung 0 sa sagot. Next, 3 meters to kilometer. Ito yung gagamitin natin na conversion factor. For every 1 kilometer, meron siyang katumbas na 1,000 meters. 3 meters multiplied to the conversion factor, which is for every 1 kilometer, meron tayong katumbas na 1,000 meters. So, in this case, ang gagawin natin ay 3 multiplied to 1 divided by 1,000. Para tayo ay makapag-divide without using any calculators, you just need to move the decimal places. Una natin gagawin ay isulat natin yung given, which is 3. Maglagay ng decimal point after 3. And then, let's start moving the decimal places from right to left. Ilang beses natin i-move yung decimal point? 3 beses. Bakit 3? Dahil 3 yung 0. Kung sa multiplication, kung ilang zero yung nandoon, ganun din karami na zero yung ating ilalagay sa sagot. Sa division naman, kung gano'ng karami ang zero, yun ang nagsasabi kung ilang beses natin kailangang i-move ang decimal point. In this case, may 3 zero, kaya 3 beses din natin siyang i-move. Let's start. Move natin ng isang beses yung decimal point. Next, let's add 0. Dahil wala siyang kasamang ibang number, so let's add 0. Pero kung may kasama siyang number, halimbawa 1, 2, 3, just move the decimal point. But in this case, since si number 3 ay walang ibang kasamang number, for us to keep on moving the decimal point, we need to add zeros in between. So, dalawa na yung na-move natin. Kailangan 3, isa pa, add another 0. So, 3 beses na natin dito minove yung decimal point. 1, 2, 3. Move na natin yung decimal point. Nandiyan na siya. And then, add 0 before the decimal point. Yan na yung ating sagot. Sa 3, multiplied to 1 divided to 1,000. Cancel natin yung ating unit ng meter. At ang sagot natin ay 0.003 kilometers. Kilometer na lang yung ating naiwan na unit. Check natin sa calculator. Ito yung magiging resulta niya. 3 divided by 1,000 is 0.003. Ito lang yung ating way para kahit hindi na tayo gumamit ng calculator. Mag-move lang tayo ng decimal point. Aside from this process of converting a unit from metric to metric system, meron pa tayong isang process for metric system only. This cannot be applied to English system. We have this conversion factor. Kung mapapansin natin, si meter yung nasa gitna dahil siya yung ating basic unit. Ito ay for bigger. Ibig sabihin, lahat ng mga units na nasa kaliwa ni meter ay mas malaki sa kanya. Yung mga nasa kanan naman niya ay mga smaller. In converting bigger unit to smaller unit, multiply the given by the corresponding power of tens. Tulad itong ating example, i-convert natin si 3 meters into centimeter. Meter is a bigger unit compared to centimeter, which is smaller. Kaya kailangan natin mag-multiply. Let's try this process. Meter to centimeter. Ito yung meter. At ito naman yung centimeter. Ang kanyang pagitan ay 1, 2. So, ibig sabihin, si meter ay multiply natin ng 2 beses kay 10. 1, 2. So, ito ay 10, ito ay 10. So, 3 meter, multiply natin kay 10. Ito yung katumbas ng decimeter. Pero centimeter tayo, kaya isa pa, multiply natin kay 10. 2 beses natin siyang i-multiply kay 10 dahil 2 yung layo ni meter kay centimeter. Cancel natin yung meter. At ang magiging sagot natin ay 300 centimeter. 3 times 10, 30. 30 times 10, 300. Or pwede rin naman na, multiply mo na to. 10 times 10, 100. 100 times 3 ay 300. And then, mawawala na yung unit, magiging centimeter na siya. We have meter and kilometer. For meter and kilometer, si meter ay mas maliit compared kay kilometer. Kaya tayo ay magko-convert ng small to big. In converting smaller unit to bigger unit, divide the given by the corresponding power of tens. So, ito si meter at ito si kilometer. Kung tayo ay magko-convert ng maliit papunta sa malaking unit, instead of multiplication, we have to divide. Sulat natin dyan, 3 meters. I-divide natin siya sa 10 ng ilang beses. 1, 2, 3. 3 beses natin i-divide si 3 kay 10 dahil 3 beses yung layo ng meter to kilometer. So, divided by 10. Ito yung katumbas ng decameter. Divide pa natin siya ng isang beses pa kay 10. Ito naman yung katumbas ng hectometer. Papunta kay kilometer. Divide natin siya ng isa pang 10. 3 beses. 1, 3, 10. Magdi-divide na naman tayo ng 3 beses. Pwede mo naman siyang gawin na pa isa-isa. Wala namang problema. 3 divided by 10. Tapos yung sagot mo siyang divide mo ulit kay 10. And divide ulit kay 10 para mag-arrive ka dun sa yung final answer. Or pwede mo rin gawin na i-multiply mo yung 3 10 times 10 times 10. So, tatlong 10 ay 1,000. 3 meters divided by 1,000. Pwede yun. Or pwede rin naman na mano-mano. In this case, gawin muna natin siyang mano-mano. 3 divided by 10. Maglagay tayo ng decimal point. Katabi ni 3. Dahil isa lang yung 0 ni 10, isang beses lang natin siyang i-move. Lipat na natin yung decimal point dyan. No need to add 0 dahil isang beses lang naman tayo nag-move ng decimal place. And mag-a-add lang tayo ng 0 before the decimal point. Kaya 3 divided by 10 is 0.3. Next, kung may sagot na tayo dito, divide pa natin siya sa pangalawang 10. Meron na tayong 0.3 na sagot kanina. Nandiyan yung ating decimal point. Dahil isa lang yung 0 dito sa 10, i-move natin siya ng isang beses lang ulit. Meron ng 0, no need to add. Lilipat lang natin yung decimal point. At saka tayo magdadagdag ng 0 before the decimal point. Kaya yung sagot natin na 0.3 divided by 10, ang sagot ay 0.03. Kailangan pa natin mag-divide ng isang beses pa. 0.03. Move pa natin ng isang decimal place dahil isa lang yung 0 ng 10. Move natin yung decimal point at magdagdag ng 0 before the decimal point. Kaya ito na ang magiging sagot natin. So, 3 meters divided by 10, divided by 10, divided by 10, ito ang ating sagot. Cancel natin yung unit na meter dahil kailangan maging kilometer na siya. Sagot natin ay 0.003 kilometer. Iyan ang proseso kung paano tayo magko-convert ng units from metric to metric under ng length. Let's discuss them one by one. For number 1, ito ay under ng quantity na length. Ang system of measurement niya ay metric to metric. At ito naman ang conversion factor na gagamitin natin para rito. For every 1 meter, meron siyang katumbas na 1,000 millimeters. For the process, since under ito ng metric system, meron tayong 2 ways on how we can convert units. Pwede mong gawing process yung standard conversion, given is to be multiplied by the conversion factor. Or you can also use this diagram, which is following the rules of 10. Ang i-convert ay millimeter to meter. Millimeter is a smaller unit. Meter is a bigger unit compared to millimeter. In converting smaller unit to bigger unit, divide the given by the corresponding powers of 10. For number 1, ang gagawin mo ay i-divide mo yung given for millimeter, itong 708, divide mo siya ng 3 beses sa 10. Dahil ang layo ng millimeter to meter ay 3. 1, 2, 3. For number 2, under din siya ng length. At ang kanyang system of measurement ay metric to metric din. Ang gagamitin nating conversion factor ay, for every 1 kilometer, meron siyang katumbas na 1,000 meters. From kilometer, na-convert mo na siya into meters. And then from meters, i-convert mo na siya into decameters. For every 1 decameter, meron siyang katumbas na 10 meters. Or you can also use this process. Since ang ating ko-convert ay kilometer, this is a bigger unit compared to decameter. In converting bigger unit to smaller unit, multiply the given by the corresponding powers of 10. Ang layo ng kilometer kay decameter ay 2 lamang. 1, 2. Kaya ang gagawin natin ay, para hindi na tayo mag-convert pa into meters, since mas magkalapit naman silang dalawa, multiply the given value for kilometer by 10 ng 2 beses. Number 3, 4, and 5 are under volume. Number 3 is under ng metric to metric at yung numbers 4 and 5 naman ay under ng English to metric or vice versa. For number 3, ang gagamitin nating conversion factor ay for every 1 cubic centimeter, meron tayong katumbas na 1 ml. This is an example on how we convert units from metric to metric system under volume. Conversion of metric to metric system of measurement. Word problem. How many liters of water can a 5 cc container store? cc is a shortcut for cubic centimeter. This is the conversion factor that we will be using. Dito sa word problem na ito, meron tayong 2 units, liters and cc, cubic centimeter. Pareho silang under ng metric system. Ito yung kanilang conversion factor. Cubic centimeter, gagawin muna natin siyang ml. Then from milliliters, gagawin na natin siyang liters. It's also possible. So let's start. Given natin is 5 cubic centimeters multiplied to the conversion factor. For every 1 ml, meron siyang katumbas na 1 cubic centimeter. Ang cubic centimeter ay nasa baba. Para ma-cancel natin yung units. Ganun pa rin naman, cancel natin yung cc at cancel natin yung isa pang cc. Ang matitira na lang natin na unit kasi ay ml. 5 times 1 is equal to 5. 5 divided by 1 is 5. Kaya ang ating sagot ay 5 ml. For number 4, 1 tablespoon is equal to 15 ml. This is an example on how we convert units from English to metric system for volume. Conversion of English to metric system of measurement and vice versa. Word problem. How many liters is 16 cups of milk? Ito yung ating gagamitin na conversion factor. Dito, sa word problem, ang ating mga units ay liters and cups. Ang liter ay under ng metric at ang cup naman ay under ng English. Ang gagawin natin ay from cup, i-convert natin siya into liters. So, ito ay English to metric. Ang gagamitin natin na conversion factor ay ito. For every 1 cup, meron siyang katumbas na 0.28 liters. Sulat natin yung given, 16 cups. Multiplied to the conversion factor. Dapat nasa baba yung cup dahil cup yung given. For every 1 cup, meron tayong katumbas na 0.28 liters. Ganun ulit. 16 cups multiplied to 0.28 liters divided to 1 cup. Cancel natin yung pareho na unit. Ang matitira na lang ay liters. Yun ang gagamitin natin sa sagot natin. At iyon ay magiging 4.48 liters. Saan galing yung 4.48? 16 times 0.28 is 4.48 divided by 1. Which is ganun pa rin. And then liters yung ating sagot. Therefore, there are 4.48 liters in 16 cups of milk. For number 5, ang gagamitin natin na conversion factor ay for every 1 gallon, meron siyang katumbas na 3.8 liters. This is an example on how we convert units from English to metric system for volume. The word problem, how many gallons of milk are there in 4.48 liters? In this word problem, meron tayong dalawang unit, gallons and liters. Ang gallons ay under ng English system at ang liters naman ay under ng metric. So in this case, from metric, from liters, i-convert natin siya into gallons, which is English. Metric to English naman tayo. Nagagamitin natin na conversion factor ay ito. For every 1 gallon, meron siyang katumbas na 3.8 liters. Given natin 4.48 liters, multiplied to the conversion factor. Nasa ilalim dapat ang liters dahil ang given natin ay liters. Ang matitira dapat na unit ay gallon. So, for every 1 gallon, meron tayong katumbas na 3.8 liters. 4.48 liters multiplied to 1 gallon divided by 3.8 liters. Cancel natin yung parehong units ng liters. Ang matitira na lang dapat ay gallon. And then proceed. 4.48 times 1 is 4.48 pa rin. Divided by 3.8 liters, ang sagot ay 1.18. And then, yung ating unit ay gallon. So, ito yun. 4.48 divided by 3.8. Approximately 1.18 siya. Rounded off to the nearest hundredths. Therefore, there are 1.18 gallons in 4.48 liters of milk. Number 6 is under the quantity time. For us to convert seconds to days, wala tayong diretsong conversion factor. Kaya, from seconds, i-convert muna natin siya into minutes. For every 1 minute, may kadumba siya na 60 seconds. From minutes, pwede na natin siyang i-convert into hours. For every 1 hour, meron siyang katumbas na 60 minutes. At kapag siya ay na-convert na natin into hours, pwede na natin siyang i-convert into days. For every 1 day, meron tayong katumbas na 24 hours. This is an example on how we convert time. Word problem under time. Approximately, it takes 1,575.5 minutes to travel by sea from Manila to Leyte. How many days, hours, minutes, and seconds would it take to travel from Manila to Leyte? Ito yung ating conversion factor for time. Ang given natin dito sa word problem ay ito lang, 1,575.5 minutes. Kailangan natin siyang i-convert into days, hours, minutes, and seconds. Ito ang una natin gagamitin na conversion factor. From minutes, gagawin natin siyang hour. 1,575.5 minutes multiplied to the conversion factor. Since ito ay minutes, nasa taas siya, kailangan yung nasa baba, yung denominator natin ay minutes din. For every 1 hour, yung hour ay nasa taas dahil ito yung kailangan natin na maiwan na unit. Ito yung gagamitin natin unit para sa ating sagot. Merong katumbas na 60 minutes ang isang oras. 1,575.5 multiplied to 1 ay pareho lang. Tsaka natin siya i-divide kay 60, which is approximately 26.26 rounded off to the nearest hundreds. Cancel natin yung ating pareho na unit. Ang matitira ay hours. So, magiging sagot natin ay 26.26 hours. Ito yung gamitin natin kesa dito sa estimated value para mas accurate yung makuha natin na data. Dahil medyo may discrepancy siya kapag yung estimated value yung ating gagamitin, mas malaki siya compared dito. Kaya ito yung gagamitin natin tuloy-tuloy. Since meron na tayong value for hours, ang kinukuha kasi natin days. So, pwede na natin siyang i-convert into days, yung 26.26 hours na approximate. Ito yung gagamitin natin. Ang gagamitin natin conversion factor ay 24 hours is equivalent to 1 day. Just for the sake of writing it down, since napakahaba nito, ito yung ginamit ko rito. Pero ito ang ating value. 26.26 hours multiplied to the conversion factor. 1 day is equal to 24 hours. Make sure na hindi magkapantay yung dalawang unit na ika-cancel. Ang matitira lamang ay day. We have to multiply this. Itong nakuha natin na sagot na ito ay multiply natin kay 1, which is ganun pa rin naman. And then, divide natin kay 24. The answer will be approximately 1.09, rounded off to the nearest hundreds. Cancel natin yung ating dalawang parehong units. Ang matitira ay day at ang sagot natin ay approximately 1.09 days. So, meron na tayong value ng day. What we'll have to do is to subtract 1 day. Ang matitira sa 1 day na ito ay itong value na ito. Medyo mahaba siya. Lagay natin siya, 0.09 day. So, this value, kailangan na natin siyang i-convert into hours. We'll be using this same conversion factor. Kaya lang, ang kailangan na natin na unit dito ay hours. Kaya, ang hour ay nandito na sa taas at yung day ay nandito na sa baba for us to cancel out the unit of day. Ang matitira ay hours. Itong value na ito ay multiply natin kay 24 and then divide natin kay 1. At ang magiging sagot natin dyan ay 2.26 estimated rounded off to the nearest hundreds. Cancel natin yung day. Ang matitira ay hours. Ang sagot natin ay 2.26 hours. Kunin natin yung 2 hours. Ang matitira na lamang ay yung total na mga minuto. Minus 2 tayo. Dahil kinuha natin yung 2 hours, ang matitira na lang ay yung rounded off na 0.26. Pero ito yung gagamitin natin na value. So, from hours, kukunin natin ngayon yung minutes. Ito yung ating conversion factor. For every 1 hour, meron siyang katumbas na 60 minutes. Multiplied to the conversion factor. For every 1 hour, mapapansin natin yung hour ay nasa ilalim na naman. Ang katumbas niya ay 60 minutes. Itong sagot natin na ito ay i-multiply natin kay 60. At ang sagot natin ay 15.5. Cancel natin yung ating pareho na units. Ang matitira ay minutes. Ang sagot natin ay 15.5 minutes.
Bawas na naman natin yung 15 minutes para ang matitira ay 0.5 na lamang. Itong 0.5 minutes na ito ay atin namang i-convert from minutes to seconds. At ito ang kanyang conversion factor. For every 1 minute, meron tayong 60 seconds na katumbas. So, 0.5 minutes multiplied to the conversion factor. Ang minute ay nasa baba. 1 minute ay katumbas ng 60 seconds. 0.5 multiplied to 60, tsaka natin i-divide kay 1. Ang sagot ay 30. Cancel natin yung dalawang units ng minutes. Ang matitira na lang ay units ng seconds. 30 seconds. Kaya na yung ating sagot. So, from 1,575.5 minutes na convert natin siya into 1 day, 2 hours, 15 minutes, and 30 seconds. Therefore, it will take 1 day, 2 hours, 15 minutes, and 30 seconds to travel from Manila to Leyte by sea. For number 7, under din ito ng quantity time. We will be converting score to months. For every 1 score, it is equivalent to 20 years. Kapag meron na tayong value for years, you can convert it into months. For every 1 year, we have 12 months. For number 82 naman ay under ng temperature. We are converting units from metric to metric, Kelvin to Celsius. And we will be using this formula to convert Kelvin to Celsius. In this formula, it says here that we need to add 273 as a constant to the value of Celsius for us to get Kelvin. However, for number 8, from Kelvin, ang kailangan natin kunin ay Celsius, hindi Celsius to Kelvin. However, this is the only formula that we have. Kaya ito ang gagamitin nating formula para makuha natin yung value ng Celsius from Kelvin. Babawasan natin ang 273 yung Kelvin. Ang number 9 ay under din ng temperature at ito ay isang uri ng English to metric conversion. Ito ang gagamitin nating formula. We can use either of the two. Pwedeng itong fraction form niya or yung decimal form. Pareho lang naman yung ibibigay niya sa ating sagot. Problem under temperature. The recipe for a certain cake to be baked in an oven calls for a 475 degrees Fahrenheit temperature. If your oven is set in degrees Celsius, what should be your temperature setting? Meron tayong 3 most known units under temperature. We have Fahrenheit, Celsius, and Kelvin. So itong una nating formula is used for us to convert Fahrenheit to Celsius. Dito sa ating word problem, ito ang ating gagamitin dahil from Fahrenheit, hinihingi ng word problem na i-convert ito sa Celsius. So, we can use either this, 5/9, ito yung kanyang fractional part, or this one, 0.56. Saan nanggaling ang 0.56? Ang 0.56 ay nanggaling sa 5 divided by 9. So, pareho lang naman sila. Ito namang pangalawa nating formula is for converting the temperature from Celsius to Fahrenheit. Pareho lang din ito. Itong 1.8 ay galing naman sa 9 divided by 5. And Celsius to Kelvin. So, if we have the value for Celsius, just add 273 and Kelvin 9. But in this case, we're being asked to convert Fahrenheit to Celsius. So, we'll be using this. I will personally use this conversion factor kasi mas madali siya. This is the formula that we will be using. Degree Celsius is equal to 0.56 multiplied to the difference of the value of degrees Fahrenheit, which is 475 and 32. Following GEMDAS, we need to perform the operation that are grouped together, yung nasa loob ng parenthesis, which is 475 minus 32, bago tayo makapag-multiply kay 0.56. 475 degrees Fahrenheit minus 32 is 434. 434 multiplied to 0.56, ang sagot ay 248.08 degrees Celsius. So, from Fahrenheit, mawawala na siya, magiging degree Celsius na yung kanyang unit. Therefore, the cake must be baked in an oven at 248.08 degrees Celsius. And for number 10, this is under mass. This is an example of a metric to metric conversion. Wala tayong diretsong conversion factor for milligram to kilograms. Kaya ang gagawin natin ay ko-convert muna natin siya from milligram into grams.
For every 1 gram, may katumbas ito na 1,000 milligrams. And kapag grams na siya, pwede na natin siyang i-convert into kilogram. For every 1 kilogram, meron itong katumbas na 1,000 grams. Or pwede naman natin gamitin yung isa pang way for metric. O-convert natin ang milligram into kilogram. Milligram ay smaller unit, kilogram ay bigger unit. Ang i-convert natin ay smaller to bigger unit. Kaya we need to divide by tens ng ilang beses? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dahil 6 tens yung layo ng milligram to kilograms. We have to divide the given milligram by 10 6 times para maging kilogram na siya. This is an example of a metric to metric conversion under mass. Conversion of metric to metric system of measurement. Word problem? Every cupcake needs 2,250 milligrams of flour. How many grams of flour is needed for 12 cupcakes? Dito sa word problem nito, meron tayong unit na milligram, mg, at grams. Ito yung ating conversion factor for mass. Ito ay katulad din ng conversion factor natin for length na meter. So, instead of meter, grams ang ginamit natin. Katulad din ng sa volume na liter. So, instead of liter, grams dahil tayo ay nasa mass. Itong mga prefixes ay pareho lang. Idadagdag natin ito sa grams. Example, teragram, kilogram, decigram, milligram, and so on. Itong mga decagram hanggang teragram, ito ay mga unit na bigger than grams. Kaya, say for example, for every 1 decagram, meron siyang katumbas na 10 grams. For every 1 kilogram, meron siyang katumbas na 1,000 grams. Whereas, ito namang mga units from decigram up until nanogram ay mga units na mas maliit kaysa sa gram. Kaya, ang kanyang conversion factor ay for every 1 gram, meron siyang katumbas na 10 decigram. For milligram, for every 1 gram, meron siyang katumbas na 1,000 milligram. In this case, ang kailangan natin ay mag-convert ng milligrams to grams. Kaya ito ang gagamitin natin conversion factor. Sulat natin yung given, 2,250 milligram, converted to the conversion factor. For every 1 gram, nasa taas yung grams dahil yan ang kailangan nating matira na unit. Meron siyang katumbas na 1,000 milligrams. Yung milligrams ay nasa baba para ma-cancel out natin. 2,250 milligrams multiplied to 1 at yung sagot ay di-divide natin kay 1,000. Cancel natin yung magkapareho na unit. Ang matitira na lang ay grams at ang ating sagot ay 2.25 grams. Therefore, for every 2,250 milligrams ng flour, meron itong katumbas na 2.25 grams. Kaya lang, ang tanong dito sa word problems ay how many grams of flour is needed for 12 cupcakes? Itong 2.25 gram na ito ay katumbas lamang ng para sa isang cupcake. Ang kailangan natin ay grams of flour for 12 cupcakes. Kaya we need to multiply 2.25 grams by 12 para makuha natin ang sagot, which is 27. Therefore, 27 grams of flour is needed for 12 cupcakes. Since this is under metric system, we have another way of converting one unit to another. This is only applicable for metric system, hindi siya applicable for English system because metric system follows the rule of tens. Ang i-convert natin ay milligram to grams. And milligram ay smaller unit at bigger unit naman yung grams. So for us to convert a smaller unit to a bigger unit, we need to divide by tens. Ang layo ni milligram kay grams ay 3 beses. 1, 2, 3. Therefore, 3 beses natin i-divide sa 10 yung given natin na milligram. So, ang ating given, 2,250 milligram, divided by 10 ng 3 beses dahil ito yung layo ni milligram kay grams. You can use a calculator or you can compute manually or ang ating technique dito, since power of tens ito, we'll just have to move the decimal point. Lagay natin yung ating given, 2,250. Maglagay ng decimal point sa dulo after ng 0. And we need to move the decimal point 3 places from right to left.
3 places dahil tatlo yung 0 na nakikita natin siya. Ito, 1, 2, 3. 10 times 10 times 10 is equal to 1,000. So, pwede rin itong 2,250 divided by 1,000. Kesa naman mano-mano na mag-divide by 10. So, move natin yung decimal point ng 1, 2, 3 places. After mo mag-move ng 3 places, i-move mo yung decimal point at iyan na ang iyong sagot. Cancel out ang unit natin per milligram dahil ang bago na nating unit na gagamitin ay grams. So, your answer is 2.25 grams. Pareho lang doon sa nakuha natin kanina. This is just a much easier method. Itong 2.25 grams na ito, tulad ng ginawa natin kanina, is only equivalent to 1 cupcake. So, you need to multiply it by 12 to get the answer for this word problem. Activity B, identify the kind of angle with the given measure of the following. Meron tayong 5 na measurement of angles. What we'll have to do with activity B is that we need to provide the kind of angle depending on the given measure. And activity B is answering the question why. So after mo ibigay yung kind of angle depending on the measurement, you have to explain why. We have 3 basic kinds of angles. We have acute angle, those angles that measures less than 90 degrees. A right angle is exactly 90 degrees, and an obtuse angle measures between 90 to 180 degrees. Bigyan tayo ng example. Identify the kind of angle of each given measure. Ang angle A natin ay 90 degrees, angle B ay 179 degrees, at ang angle C natin ay 1 degree. Angle A is a right angle. It is a right angle because it measures exactly 90 degrees. Angle B is an obtuse angle because it measures more than 90 degrees. 179, nakapapaloob siya doon sa 90 to 180. And angle C is an acute angle because it measures less than 90 degrees. 1 degree siya, hindi siya lalagpas ng 90, maliit lang siya. And this is how you answer activity B. You give the kind of angle depending on the measurement and explain why. Activity C, solve the following word problems. So we have 7 word problems for activity C. I'll give an example for each. Number 1, Elise has 20 meters of ribbon. How many 15 centimeters of ribbon can be cut from it? Number 1, ang ating sinusukat na quantity ay length. Meron ditong dalawang units, meters and centimeter. Both of them are under metric system, kaya ito ay metric to metric conversion. Magbibigay ako ng example na kahalintulad nito. How many 10 centimeter wires can be cut from 5 meter wires? So, length din ang ating sinusukat, pareho ding metric. We have a few steps that we need to follow. First, make sure that both of the units are the same. Since centimeter at meters ito, kailangan siyang maging pareho. It's either pareho siyang centimeter or pareho siyang meter. Ang gagawin natin in this case ay, yung 5 meters ay i-convert natin into centimeters. Since this part problem is under metric to metric system of conversion, we have 2 ways on how we can convert one unit to another. It's either, ang gagawin natin ay i-multiply natin yung ating given to the conversion factor, or tayo ay gagamit ng rules of tens that takes advantage of movement of the decimal places. This only works for metric system. Kaya naman, for this word problem, we will be converting meters to centimeters. Ito ang meters, ito naman ang centimeters. So, meter is a bigger unit at yung centimeter naman is a smaller unit compared to meter. In converting bigger unit to smaller unit, multiply the given by the corresponding powers of 10. Malalaman natin kung ilan yung powers of 10 depende sa layo ng ating mga units na i-convert. So, meter to centimeter. From meter, magbilang tayo 1, 2. So, dalawang 10 yung layo ng centimeter from meter. Kaya, imumultiply natin yung ating given na 5 meters sa 10 ng dalawang beses. So, 5 times 10 is equal to 50. Multiply to another 10, magiging 500. A Aside from this, pwede rin naman natin siyang gawin na 10 times 10, 100, multiplied to 5, which is 500. Tayo ay magmumultiply, ang gagawin natin ay make sure na kung ilan yung 0 dun sa ating factor ay yun din yung ating number of 0 sa ating sagot. Kaya naman, from 5 meters, converted to centimeter, ito na ay magiging 500. And then yung kanyang unit ay centimeter na. Once our units are the same, we can now proceed to step 2, divide by the number of wires in centimeter. Itong ating sagot na 500 cm na katumbas ng 5 meters ay i-divide natin sa 10 cm para malaman natin kung ilang 10 cm wires nga ba yung ating magugubit from 5 meters. Ating sagot ay 50. Therefore, 50 pieces of 10 cm wires can be cut from 5 meters of wires. Number 2, Mr. JB has a rectangular lot that measures 550 meters by 0.75 kilometers. What is the area of the land in square meter? He is selling the whole lot for 206,250,000 pesos. How much is the price per square meter? Itong word problem na ito ay tumutukoy din sa quantity na length. Meron tayo ritong dalawang unit, meters which is metric at kilometer which is metric as well. So this is an example of a metric to metric conversion as well. Kaya tulad nung ginawa natin sa number 1 na metric to metric conversion, ganun din ang ating gagawin. Bigay tayo ng example kahalin tulad nito. Find the area of a rectangular land that measures 750 meters by 0.55 kilometers. How much is the price per square meter if it is being sold at 200 million pesos? First step, make sure both the units are the same. In this case, meron tayong meters and kilometers. Let's make sure na pareho sila. The question is asking for the price per square meter. Meter, hindi kilometer. Kaya naman, from kilometer, i-convert natin to into meter para maging pareho sila. Ang gagamitin natin is the roots of 10 instead of the conversion factor because this is much easier. Convert na natin kilometer into meter. So, ang kilometer, this is a bigger unit. Ang meters ay smaller compared to kilometer. In converting bigger unit to smaller unit, multiply the given by the corresponding powers of 10. So, tayo ay mag-multiply sa 10 ng ilang beses, ilang powers of 10. Depende sa layo ni kilometer kay meter. So, from kilometer, 1, 2, 3. Yung layo ni kilometer kay meter ay 3 beses. So, 3 beses natin i-multiply yung ating given na 0.55 kilometer 10 times 10 times 10. 3 beses. Tulad ng aking nabanggit kanina, in rules of 10, we take advantage of the movement of the decimal place without us using any calculators. Kaya naman from 0.55, yung ating decimal point ay nasa gitna ni 0 at 5. Pag tayo ay magmumultiply, we have to move the decimal point from left to right. Kaya naman, from 0.55, multiply natin siya sa 10 ng isang beses. Since isa lang yung 0 nito, isang beses lang tayo mag-move ng decimal point. Ang ating decimal point na nasa gitna ni 0 at 5 ay malilipat sa gitna ni 5 at 5. And then, multiply natin itong ating sagot ng isa pang beses sa 10. Kaya naman, yung ating decimal point in between both the 5s ay mapupunta na dito sa dulo ng 5 or mawawala na siya. Multiply pa natin siya ng isang beses sa 10. Kailangan pa nating mag-move ng isang beses ng decimal point at maglagay ng 0 kasi may space na tayo dun. At iyon na yung ating sagot. Therefore, 0.55 kilometers is equivalent to 550 meters. Yung ating 750 meters ay as is since meter na siya. Ito na yung ating dalawang given. Pareho na silang meters. Next, we have to find the area in square meter. To find the area, kailangan natin ng formula. And the formula would depend on the shape of the object being measured. In this case, this is rectangular. Iba yung magiging formula kung tayo ay magsusukat ng square. Iba rin pag triangle, iba rin naman kapag circle, and so on. It would depend on the shape of the object. Since this is rectangular, the formula for area would be length times width. In the word problem, hindi naman nabanggit kung ano yung measurement for length at kung ano rin yung width. Kaya naman, pwede natin ilagay kahit ano riyan. Substitute natin. 550 meters multiplied to 750 meters. Hindi natin pwedeng gamitin itong 0.55 because it will give us another answer. At syempre, iba yung kanyang unit. So, hindi natin pwedeng kunin yung area. Dapat pareho. Multiply 550 by 750. The answer will be 412,500. And then, yung ating unit na ay magiging square meters. Since dalawa yung meter, kailangan maipakita natin, ma-emphasize natin sa unit na yung meter dito ay dalawa na. And we read it as square meters. Kaya naman, the area of the rectangular land is 412,500 square meters. Itong buong rectangular land na ito na ang sukat ay 750 meters by 0.55 kilometers. Ito ang kanyang area. However, ang tanong dito ay the price per square meter. Itong 200 million pesos is the price for the whole rectangular land. We will have to divide the price for the whole lot to find the price per square meter. Kaya naman, 200 million divided by 412,500, ang magiging sagot natin ay 484.84. Therefore, the price per square meter is 484.84 pesos. 484.84 is the estimated value rounded off to the nearest hundreds. Number 3, drinking 8 glasses of water a day is good for your health. If each glass of water is equivalent to 148 ml, how many liters of water will you need to consume every day? Itong word problem na ito ay sumusukat sa volume because our units are ml and liters. Both of them are on their metric system. For this word problem, we will be converting metric to metric units under volume. Ito ang ating word problem na kahalintulad ng number 3. You can drink up to 3 glasses of orange juice that is equivalent to 136 ml each glass. How many liters have you consumed? First procedure natin, multiply each glass to total number of glasses. 136 ml, multiply natin siya by 3. Kasi yung isang baso daw, ang sukat niya ay 136 ml. Since you can drink up to 3 glasses, i-multiply natin siya. That is equivalent to 408. Therefore, 3 glasses of orange juice are equivalent to 408 milliliters. Next, convert ml to liters since the unit asked here is liters. From ml, gagawin natin siyang liter. This is metric to metric kaya pwede tayong gumamit ng rule of 10. So, from ml, convert natin siya into liters. ml, milliliters, is a smaller unit compared to liters, which is larger. In converting smaller unit to bigger unit, divide the given by the corresponding powers of 10, tatlong beses. Kaya naman yung 408 ay di-divide natin by 10 ng tatlong beses. And then we'll have to start moving the decimal point. Since division ito, we have to move the decimal point from right to left. Pag multiplication, left to right, kailangan natin magdagdag ng 0. Kapag division naman, right to left. And we also need to add 0 if needed. If not, then it's okay. Yung ating decimal point ay ilalagay natin dito sa katabi ng 8. And then we'll start moving from right to left. Kaya naman, ang magiging sagot natin ay 40.8 kapag dinivide natin siya by 10 ng isang beses. From 40.8, divide pa natin siya ng isang beses pa kay 10. Mag-move tayo ng decimal point. Magiging 4.08. Move pa natin ng isa pang beses. Ang ating decimal point ay magiging nasa unahan na ng 4 and then let's add 0 before the decimal point. Or, pwede rin naman na 408 divided by 1,000 because 10 times 10 times 10 is 1,000. Pwede rin naman ganon. The answer will still be the same, 0.408. Therefore, 408 ml is equivalent to 0.408 liters. You have consumed a total of 0.408 liters of orange juice. Number 4, your baby brother has a body temperature of 100 degrees Fahrenheit. What is his body temperature in degrees Celsius? Thus, he has a normal body temperature. Itong number 4 ay tumutukoy sa conversion of quantity na temperature. From Fahrenheit, gagawin natin siyang degree Celsius. Fahrenheit is a unit under the English system at ang degree Celsius naman ay under ng metric. So, this is a conversion from English to metric for temperature. This is an example word problem. What is Rhea's body temperature in Celsius if she has recorded 97 degrees Fahrenheit? In this word problem, we have to convert Fahrenheit to Celsius. Ito yung ating gagamitin na formula for Fahrenheit to Celsius conversion. It's either we use the formula with fraction on it, or pwede rin naman itong formula na ito na decimal yung ginamit instead of fraction. In this video, we will be using itong formula na may decimal because this is easier. Use the formula, degree Celsius is equal to 0.56 multiplied to the difference of the value of degree Fahrenheit and 32. Let's substitute the values. 0.56, bring down lang. Yung value ng ating degrees Fahrenheit from this word problem is 97. And then 32 is a constant. Following the GEMDAS rule, we have to perform the operation that are grouped together first. Since 97 and 32 grouped together siya enclosed in a parentheses, kailangan muna nating mag-subtract and then yung difference ay mumultiply natin sa labas. Kaya 97 minus 32 is 65. And then 65 multiplied to 0.56, the answer is 36.4. Now, the unit will be degree Celsius, hindi na siya Fahrenheit. Kaya naman si Rhea ay may body temperature na 36.4 degrees Celsius. This is equivalent to 97 degrees Fahrenheit. For number 4, aside from converting the unit from Fahrenheit to Celsius, tinatanong pa kung may normal body temperature daw yung baby brother. The normal body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius. Since 36.4 ito, hindi siya lumagpas ng 37. Kaya ito ay normal, walang sakit si Rhea. However, kung ang ating magiging sagot ay more than 37, say 37.1 and above, meron ng fever. Number 5, your mother asked you to buy 2.5 kilograms of sugar. Each pack of sugar in the store weighs 250 grams. How many packs of sugar will you buy? Ang tinutukoy dito ay mass. Meron tayong dalawang units, kilogram and grams, and both of them are under metric unit. So this is a conversion for metric to metric under mass, and this is an example. Gianna needs to buy 1.5 kilograms of salt, but each bag of salt available in the supermarket weighs 150 grams. How many bags does Gianna needs to buy? Kaya itong word problem na ito ay meron din dalawang units, kilograms and grams. First step, make sure both the units are the same. Ang gagawin natin dito ay, from grams, i-convert natin siya into kilograms. Ito yung grams at ito naman yung kilograms. Grams is a smaller unit and kilogram is a bigger unit. In converting smaller unit to a bigger unit, divide the given by the corresponding powers of 10. At ang powers of 10 nito ay depende sa layo nila. 1, 2, 3. Kaya yung ating given na grams ay i-divide natin by 10 ng 3 beses. Kaya naman from 150, divide natin siya sa 10 ng isang beses. Let's move decimal point, isang beses lang. Ang decimal point na ay mapupunta sa gitna ng 5 and 0. Divide pa natin ng isang beses pa kay 10. Move the decimal point once more. Nasa gitna na siya ng 1 and 5. Isang beses pa, kaya from 1 and 5, yung decimal point ay mapupunta na before 1 and then add 0 before it. Therefore, 150 grams is equivalent to 0.150 kilograms. Each bag of salt weighs 0.150 kilograms. Then once you have the units in kilograms, divide by the total weight needed. Ang kailangang weight dito ay 1.5 kilograms. So, 1.5 by 0.150, ang sagot mo ay 10. Therefore, Gianna needs to buy 10 bags of salt. To check, 0.150 kilograms each bag multiplied to 10 bags is equal to 1.5 kilograms of salt. Number 6, the 120 grams powdered milk make 12 cups of milk. How many kilograms of powdered milk can produce 60 cups of milk? Ang word problem na ito ay tumutukoy sa dalawang quantities, mass and volume. Isa-isahin natin yung mga units na nakikita natin dito. Grams is for mass. This is under metric system. Kilograms is under mass as well. Metric din siya. Cup is under the English system. This is for volume. And liters is under metric system for volume as well. At ito ang ating kahalintulad na word problem. If 60 grams of powdered milk make 6 cups of milk, how many kilograms can make 30 cups? And how many liters is 30 cups of milk? First procedure, convert to the needed unit of measurement. We will be converting grams to kilograms. Dahil metric to metric ito, we'll use the rules of 10. Ito yung gram at ito yung kilogram. Gram is a smaller unit and kilogram is bigger. In converting smaller unit to bigger unit, divide the given by the corresponding powers of 10. Ang layo ni gram to kilogram ay 1, 2, 3. Tatlong beses natin i-divide by 10 yung ating given, which is 60 grams. Divide natin yung ating given by 10 ng tatlong beses. Lagay natin yung decimal point natin sa dulo ng ating last number, which is 0. And then, start moving the decimal point from right to left since this is division. Divide natin ang 60 by 10 ng isang beses. Move natin yung decimal point. Mapupunta na ito in between 6 and 0. Kaya naman 60 divided by 10 is 6.0 or simply 6. Divide pa ng isang beses by 10. Move the decimal point once again. Mapupunta na siya sa unahan ni 6 and then add 0 before it. Isa pang beses. Once we add a decimal point, maglagay din tayo ng 0 dahil space na lamang ito, wala ng other numbers, and then add another 0 before the decimal point. Kaya naman itong 60 grams, to convert it to kilograms, you have to divide it by 10 ng tatlong beses. Ito yung magiging sagot natin. Or pwede rin naman na 60 divided by 1,000. Same lang naman. Therefore, 60 grams is equal to 0.06 kilograms. After we have converted grams into kilograms, we can now proceed with analyzing the given and making a ratio. Ang sabi rito sa ating word problem na ito ay 60 grams of powdered milk can make 6 cups. Itong 60 grams ay magiging 0.06 kilograms na. Therefore, 0.06 kilograms of powdered milk can make 6 cups. Ito na yung ating gagawin. Anong number yung ating imumultiply sa 6 cups para maging 30 cups? Yun ay 5. Dahil 6 times 5 is equal to 30 cups. Since this is a ratio, dapat pantay sila. If we multiply 6 cups of milk into 5 para maging 30 cups, dapat i-multiply din natin yung 0.06 kilograms by 5 para makuha natin yung number of kilograms of powdered milk para naman sa 30 cups. 0.06 multiplied to 5 is equal to 0.3. Therefore, 0.3 kilograms of powdered milk can make 30 cups of milk. May isa pang tanong rito, how many liters is 30 cups of milk? Convert to the needed measurement. Since we have an English unit which is cup involved here, we can't use the rules of 10. Instead, we will use the conversion factor. For every 1 cup, meron itong equivalent na 0.28 liters. Sulat natin yung given, multiply to the conversion factor. For every 1 cup, may katumbas ito na 0.28 liters. Make sure na pag kayo ay gagamit ng conversion factor, kung nasa numerator yung given, dapat yung kapareho niya na unit ay nasa baba to cancel units. 30 multiplied to 0.28 divided by 1. Ganun ang ating process. And then let's cancel yung units na pareho para ang matitira natin ay yung unit na lamang na nasa taas, which is liters. Ang magiging sagot natin ay 8.4. 30 times 0.28.
and then divided by 1. Unit natin ay liters na. Therefore, 30 cups of milk is equivalent to 8.4 liters. Number 7, you have modules to study in a day. Your teacher gave you the schedule for 5 days from Monday to Friday. So, ito yung mga listahan ng subject at ito naman yung number of minutes na yung aaralin ito from Monday to Friday. So, these are the questions. We have 3 first. How many hours in a day you spend studying all these subjects? B, if you will add the number of minutes you spend in each subject in 1 week, how many hours you spend in 1 week for each subject? C, your mother gives you 2,700 seconds playtime every day. How many minutes is your playtime? Itong number 7 ay conversion of units under time. At ito naman yung ating kahalintulad na word problem kung paano nga ba sinasolve itong word problem number 7. Refer to the table below to answer the following questions. Ito yung ating table. So, ito yung ating listahan ng subject. 4 subjects lang yung aking given and then number of minutes per subject. Yung ating tanong na A and B ay kapareho ng ating tanong rito sa given sa module. And for letter C, instead of 2,700 seconds, gagawin ko lang siyang 2,400 seconds. Ito yung ating process kung paano siyang ginagawa. Unahin natin yung letter A. Hours in a day you spend studying all the subjects. 4 na subject. Ang gagawin lang natin ay i-add natin silang lahat. So, 40 plus 40 plus 45 plus 35. 40 minutes para sa English, 40 minutes para sa Science, 45 minutes para sa Mathematics, at 35 minutes for Filipino. I-add lang natin silang 4. Our answer is 160 minutes. So, every day, nag-aaral ka ng 160 minutes para sa 4 na subject. Ang tanong dito ay, how many hours? So, from minutes, i-convert natin siya into hours. Ang ating conversion factor, for every 1 hour, may katumbas ito na 60 minutes. Sulat natin yung given, 160 minutes. Ito yung ating nakuha nung inad natin yung 4. Multiplied by the conversion factor. 1 hour is equivalent to 60 minutes. 1 hour nasa taas dahil hour yung kailangan nating matira na unit and minutes ay nasa baba for cancellation. Cancel natin yung dalawang magkapareho na units, which is minute. And then, 160 multiplied to 1, divide natin kay 60. Our answer will be 2.67 hours dahil 160 multiplied to 1 ay 160 pa rin. 160 divided by 60, ito na yung sagot. 2.67 is an estimated value only, rounded off to the nearest hundreds. And then, instead of minutes, magiging hours na siya. Kaya itong 160 minutes ay katumbas ng 2.67 hours. And then, kung mapapansin natin, yung ating decimal ay 67. So, ito ay katumbas ng 2 hours and 67 minutes. Kaya lang, ang sabi rito sa ating conversion factor daw ay, ang isang oras ay may katumbas na 60 minutes. Yung ating decimal point na 67 ay more than 60. Therefore, ito ay may katumbas pa na isang oras. Kaya naman, from 2.67 hours, ito ay magiging 3.07 hours. Yung 67 ay binawasan natin ng 60. Dahil ito ay katumbas pa ng isang oras. At idinagdag natin dito. Kaya from 2 naging 3 hours. At yung minutes natin ay naging 7 minutes na lang. You spend 3 hours and 7 minutes in a day studying all these 4 subjects. Second question tayo. Unahin natin yung English and Science dahil pareho naman sila na may tag 40 minutes. 40 minutes multiplied to 5 is equal to 200 minutes. Third problem specifically mentioned for 5 days. 1 week for 5 days. Yun yung nasa module. Kaya yun yung gagawin natin. Itong 40 minutes multiplied to 5 ay pwede rin naman na 40 plus 40 plus 40 plus 40 plus 40. 5 beses mong i-add yung 40 sa sarili niya. Kasi nakalagay dito add the numbers. Or, pinakamadali, syempre, multiply it by 5. Kaya naman, you spend 200 minutes in a week studying English as well as Science. 200 minutes para kay English, 200 minutes din para kay Science. So, from minutes, i-convert natin siya into hours. Gamitin natin yung same conversion factor. 1 hour is equivalent to 60 minutes. 200 minutes, ito yung nakuha natin dito. Multiplied by the conversion factor. For every 1 hour, ito may katumbas na 60 minutes. Cancel yung units na magkapareho. 200 multiplied by 1 and then divided by 60. Ang sagot natin ay 3.33 hours. 3.33 ay estimated value, rounded off to the nearest hundreds only. Kaya naman, you spend 3 hours and 33 minutes in a week studying English as well as science. Mathematics. 45 minutes multiplied to 5 is 225 minutes. Kaya naman, you spend 225 minutes in a week studying mathematics. 225 minutes, ko-convert natin siya into hour using the same conversion factor. Lagay natin yung ating given. Multiplied by the conversion factor. Cancel natin yung units na magkapareho. 225 multiplied to 1 divided by 60 is equal to 3.75 hours. Kung mapapansin natin, yung decimal point ay 75. Pero alam natin na yung 60 minutes ay katumbas na yun ng isang oras. So, 75, babawasan natin ito ng 60, magiging 15 na lamang, yun na lang yung minutes. And then, yung nakuha natin dito na 60 minutes, i-add natin dito sa ating hours, magiging 4.15 hours na siya. Yung 60 minutes na nakuha natin, converted into 1 hour is 1 hour. Kaya 3 plus 1, this is 4. Therefore, you spend 4 hours and 15 minutes in a week studying mathematics. Last subject natin, Filipino. 35 minutes per day multiplied to 5. 175 minutes. Kaya naman, you spend 175 minutes in a week studying Filipino. From minutes, ko-convert na natin siya into hours. Sulat natin yung given, 175 minutes, multiplied by the conversion factor. 1 hour, katumbas na 60 minutes. 175 multiplied to 1 divided by 60. Cancel natin yung dalawang units na pareho. Ang sagot natin ay magiging 2.92 hours. This is an estimated value. Katumbas siya nito. Rounded off to the nearest hundreds. Mapapansin natin na itong 92 ay lagpas din ng 60. Ito ay katumbas ng 2 hours and 92 minutes. Since itong 92 ay lagpas ng 60, bawasan natin ito ng 60. 92 minus 60 will be 32. 32 na lang yung matitirang minutes. And then yung 60 minutes na katumbas ng 1 hour ay i-add natin dito. Kaya meron tayong makukuhang 3 hours and 32 minutes. Therefore, you spend 3 hours and 32 minutes in a week studying Filipino. Letter C, itong 2,400 seconds ay ating i-convert into minutes. Ang ating conversion factor for every 1 minute, meron siyang katumbas na 60 seconds. Lagay ang given, 2,400 seconds, multiplied by the conversion factor. 2,400 multiplied by 1 and then divided by 60. Cancel natin yung units natin na pareho. Ang ating sagot ay 14 minutes. Therefore, you spend 14 minutes in a day for rest. And that's it for our video for today, mga bata. Hangad ko na natutunan nyo kung paano nga bang sasagutan ang mga learning tasks sa Module 4, Quarter 2. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and Teacher Mo sa Math for more Grade 7 Mathematics contents. Also, like and share this video para mas marami pa akong mga batang Grade 7 na tulad mo ang maabot at maturuan dahil ako si Ma'am Regine, ang Teacher Mo sa Math.